Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. So, welcome to Grieving Gracefully. On Grieving Gracefully, we're going to talk about God, grief, and the green capsule. For those of you that are joining me for the first time, Grieving Gracefully was birthed November, December 2023. Um, and it all came about from the loss of my oldest son. I lost my oldest son December 29th, 2022, when he decided to unalive himself in our home. Um, at the time, he had just turned 18. 1 week prior to, on December 21st, was his 18th birthday. And 1 week, exactly 1 week later, he took his life. I later found out that he took his life because he got in trouble with the law. And I think this was at this time, this was his second time getting in trouble with the law. And he said that he wasn't going back to jail. I didn't know it. And he decided to take his life. And while going through the grieving process, God has gifted me with strength. He has gifted me with strength where I am able to talk to people and show people how you can grieve gracefully and still love God. He's shown me how I can show people that even though you've been praying one way and asking God to answer your prayers, and God may turn around and do it a whole different way, that you can still trust and depend on God, and that He will be there for you. So that's how Grieving Gracefully was birthed. And I come on here and I talk to y'all about it. Like last week kind of threw me off because I had a topic to talk about, but I ended up changing my topic. And last week it was it's a lot of shootings in my community. Well, a lot of in my community. And a lot of moms have been losing their sons in my community. When I say yeah, it's like I think last week we had like two or three moms lose their kids last week. Like it's like they've been happening back to back to back to back to back, right? And so like my heart was grieved last week. So the topic that I had last week, I just couldn't talk about it because my heart was hurting for the parents. Like, because I know how it is when you raise your child a certain way, and then your child go off and do whatever it is that they want to do. So as y'all jump on, like my live on TikTok, let's get these likes up. Let's get the shares up. Share my live, because you never know who may need what I'm talking about. You never know who may need what it is that I'm saying. You never know what somebody else is going through. So you just plant the seed and God is going to water. So you can share my live on Facebook. Let's like, let's share. I'm not going to be before you long. But today I wanted to talk about being uncomfortable, because right now that's where the Lord has me at. Okay. He has me in this season of being uncomfortable, and he wanted me to come talk to y'all about being uncomfortable, because like this is not the life I ever prayed for. This is not the life that I thought I was going to have, you know. I actually like for if you know me, like when I was younger, I wanted to be like Matlock. Like I wanted to be a lawyer. When I fell in love with the show Matlock when I was little. I wanted to be a lawyer. So when I went to school, I actually started off as a paralegal. I went to school, got my associates and my bachelor's in, paralegal studies and legal studies, because I said I was going to law school. After I got my bachelor's, I was going to go to law school so I can be a lawyer, right? But that ain't what God has said. So we tell God our plans, and he gonna laugh in our face. So then I got introduced to network marketing, and with network marketing, it just helped me be able to help people. I help people, feel good about themselves. I help people lose weight and get fit. And on this journey of network marketing, like I love network marketing because it's more than just the products. I know a lot of y'all think it's scams or whatever, but it's really not. It's like a personal development plan attached to a compensation plan. And network marketing will really expose your flaws. It will really expose your flaws. So that's why I love network marketing. Like, I mean, I would have never thought that I would be doing network marketing, but here we are. But like I said, like this was never the life that I thought I would have for myself. Like I said, I wanted to be a lawyer, but in 2020, God called me home. He told me to leave my job. Now, how many of y'all God had told y'all to do something and y'all ain't do it because it wasn't comfortable? Okay, because when God felt like I ran from God for a year, He actually told me to come home in 2019, and I didn't. I didn't come home in 2019. Because I was like, you want me to come up? Like, you don't want me to work no job? Because like that was it. Let me be honest. Like, I wanted to come home. Like I said, I wanted to be home. Like I wanted to be in a career that when I went off to law school, that Jaden, my oldest son, I wouldn't have to send him to a babysitter. So that's what I want. Like I always say, yeah, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna come home. So then I got in network marketing, and I was like, oh yeah, network marketing gonna help me pay off my student loans. It's gonna help me be able to stay home with Jaden. I was gonna stay home, right? And then, so in 2019, when God was telling me to come home, I'm like, "Want me do what? Come home? You don't want me to work no job?" Now that's what I wanted, right? So I ran. 2020, he was telling me again, like he was strong. January 2020, he was telling me again, it's time for you to come home. It's time for you to come home. And I was like, ugh. So I was talking to some of my friends, and I was telling them, like, I'm like, look, y'all, he telling me to come home. And then March 2020, right before literally, like that was when COVID was starting, and they were starting to, like, it wasn't in out, it might have been in the United States, but it wasn't really here strong yet. It was like it was trickling down. And then March, like maybe a couple days before they decided to shut the world down and tell everybody to stay home, I found out I was pregnant. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. Like, you told me to come home in 2019 and I didn't. Now 2020, now I'm pregnant. 37, pregnant. Now, mind you, I am married. But 37 and pregnant. Then, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I went to the doctor. Then, like the 19th, I think it was March 19th, they shut the world down. Yeah. So it's like he was telling me, oh, so you don't want to come home? Now I'm about to make you come home. Like he was making it so uncomfortable for me. Like he was making it like real uncomfortable. And I did set, I talked to my husband, and I came home July 1st, 2020. So I haven't worked a job for anybody. Like I tell people, I am unemployable. You ain't gotta worry about me going on nobody's job. The only way I go on somebody's job if God tell me to go on somebody's job. I'm not going on nobody's job. But I came home July 1st, 2020. And then we had our last son on December. He came 3 days before my birthday. He came December 26, 2020. Now let me tell y'all something funny. I was actually due on election day. I was actually due in November. And I was like, Lord, I know you won't do this to me, Lord. I was like, Lord, there's no way you would want me to have my baby on election day. Like the doctor scheduled to induce me on election day. And I was like, there is no way, Lord, there's no way you are gonna allow me to have my baby on election day, if Trump win, Lord, I'm like, Lord, if Trump win, that would be my baby birthday. I don't want that to be my baby birthday. So, so I end up having him 3 days before my birthday. He ended up coming 2 weeks early. He came December 26th, and my birthday is December 29th. I mean, he came October 26th, and my birthday is October 29th. But I just want to tell y'all that funny story. But even though it was uncomfortable for me, I came home, and then it was a good thing I came home too, because during that time they had the kids. The kids were doing school from home, so I was able to be home with our son, our oldest son at the time. Because Lord, I had to put my foot on his neck during that time. Y'all, that it was a time. But and then our daughter, she was in Head Start, and the first 2 weeks of school, she was homeschooled. But I think the teacher only really, because just think of the attention span of a 3-year-old, and you trying to have a 3-year-old do virtual school on the computer. Yeah, her attention span was like this right here. I think her teacher would keep her on maybe 15 minutes. She might have been on school 15 minutes a day. They might sing a song, count, or something like that. Like, she was so over sitting at that computer. She would start singing her own songs because she did not want to sit at that computer and listen to nothing her teacher said. You hear me? And now fast forward now to me losing my son, and now it's like life is real uncomfortable, because it was a life I wanted. Then it was a life I thought I was gonna have. Like, I knew I was gonna be home, and it was a life I thought I was gonna have. Then I ended up losing. We lost our oldest son when he unalived himself, and now it's like God has me on this platform talking to y'all, right? And it's really making me uncomfortable, but I'm going to go forth and do what thus says the Lord. And now I'm getting people, asking me to do speaking engagements. So uncomfortable, right? Because I did not like public speaking in college. I hated it. Like when I used to do public speaking, this was me in class, and I read off the paper. I ain't memorized nothing. So who would have thought? Back then, when I was in college, in public speaking, now how long ago was that? Jaden was a newborn. Yeah, because I went back to college, like he was like 6 weeks, and I started college when he was 6 weeks old. So imagine what Jaden would have been 20 this December coming. So almost 20 years ago, I was in public speaking, not really giving nothing, barely passed. Let's be honest. I barely passed public speaking. And now here God has me speaking in front of people. Oh, the Lord y'all, the Lord is so funny. He is so funny. So, uncomfortable. So when I was looking up the word, because I wanted to look up the word uncomfortable, uncomfortable is causing or feeling unease or awkward. And that, like, I be feeling awkward all the time, but I go do it anyway. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up on TikTok and on Facebook. Let's get these shares up. Y'all come on in. When y'all come in, speak to your girl, Miss Red Charles Bell. Like, come on, speak to me. Let's get these likes up. Like, all you gotta do is tap, 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 tap on your screen. Show your girl some love. Facebook, let's do the same. Come on in, speak to me. Say, hey, I'm not gonna bite you. I might say some funny stuff, and then I'm gonna talk about God. So come on in. And then I wanted to look up the word un. And un is denoting the absence of a quality or state. So I know a lot of us, we hate when God wants us to grow. So normally when God is making us uncomfortable, it's because God is ready for us to grow. And right now, that's where I am. God is ready for, like, it's like I get a flutter in my stomach all the time in this season that I'm in. Because before I was talking, I told you I was going to take y'all on this journey with me as I continue to grieve the loss of my oldest son, who unalived himself December 28th, 2022. So the season I was in was he was separating me. He was separating me from everybody. And in this season, he's making me uncomfortable. And normally when he wants you to be uncomfortable, he's gonna pull the rug from under you. He gonna push you out there and be like, all right, now go do what I tell you to do. And so that's where I am. And another thing that's a part of this new season that I'm in is me cutting my locks. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. That's another part of this new season that I'm in. My husband, he does it. He really don't. He told me I can, but he really he don't want me to cut them. But it's the season I'm in. I'm in a season of shedding, and cutting my locks is a part of it. But it's making me uncomfortable. I'm nervous. I had my hair cut all my life. This right here. This is year 4 of me with my locks. This is my 4th year of having my locks, but I'm nervous. So y'all gonna see me one day and I'm gonna be like, bam, it's coming soon. That part of this new season that I am, this season I'm in of being uncomfortable, is cutting my locks. So I don't know how many of y'all God got y'all in the uncomfortable season where it seems like you wanna sit back and be in your old ways, and it's hard and you feel scared. But I got to say a prayer every single time. I got to say a prayer every single time before I go and do anything, because I know how I am. I know, like, I be procrastinating. Let's be honest. I be procrastinating. I don't know how many of y'all like to procrastinate, but in this season of being uncomfortable and going forth and doing what God asking me, I can't afford to be a procrastinator. I can't afford it. Um, and another thing, God shows us our weakness so that we can learn to rely on his strength. And when when the God of all comfort makes you uncomfortable, it's because he's stirring up a greater level of spiritual awareness and growth in you. So when you're thinking, like, when you're starting to feel uncomfortable and like, it's a lot in this season of being uncomfortable, it's a lot of stuff you ain't gonna tolerate either. Because I noticed, like, a lot of nonsense I don't got time for. I don't got time for gossip. Like, I just be there like, yeah, uh-huh. Like, I be ready to get off the phone, because it's like I don't got the like my tolerance level for that now, because the season I'm in, like, I'm no longer there. I'm no longer there. Like, I no longer want to entertain that. And it's a lot of stuff, like, if it ain't got nothing to do with God, I ain't gonna do it. So I don't know where you are in your journey. I don't know if this is your season of being uncomfortable. God is telling you it's time for you. You done sit back long enough. You done play long enough. He done told you what to do. And now it's time for you to do. Because it's a lot of stuff that he has for me to do that y'all will be seeing coming soon. So be on the lookout for some things coming soon. Um, I'm not going to tell y'all now, but just be on the lookout. Um, and while I was studying uncomfortable, I had I came across the scripture Revelations 3:19. Excuse me, I'm reading the KJV, and it says, "As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent." No, Daddy is not home. Sorry, y'all, the kids. He's on No, Daddy doesn't get off yet. Sorry, y'all. Anytime I go live, the kids want to come on here. You got to go back in.
Hello.
The baby I told y'all had during the pandemic, he's here. Go ahead. Go back running with Maya. I'm almost finished. Hello. Yeah. So even though we feel like it's a beating, or we feel like God is punishing us, it's really not him punishing us. It's him pushing us into our purpose. And right now he is pushing me into my purpose, and I am learning a new level of spiritual awareness. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. It's people I can't be around no more because I'm on a new level. It's people I can't go with, people that can't go with me because I'm on a new level. It's certain people I can't hang around no more because I'm on a new level. It's not that I don't want to hang out with you. It's just that where God got me going right now, I can't take everybody with me. As much as I want to fall back and be uncomfortable and be stuck in my old ways, I can't afford to do that. Because if I stay comfortable, if I stay where I'm not supposed to be, then I can't go get the blessings that God already showed me that I'm supposed to get for me and my family. Like, it's been things that I've been praying for, and God already told me it's gonna come to pass. But in order for me to go and get them, I got to get uncomfortable. So what have you been praying about that God has told you that you need to go do, but you ain't do it because you felt uncomfortable? It's not used to your norm. It's not something you used to doing. I'm gonna tell you today, this your sign looking at me today that you need to get up and go do. Go get it. Because I made a promise that said I'm going to get the life that I promised Jaden. I done play long enough. I don't got time to do it no more. Ain't no more procrastinating. Ain't no games being played. Like I said, I'm on a new level. It's some things I got to go do, and it's some people I got to cut loose. And I can't afford to miss my blessings because I want to be comfortable. So if that's you, this is your sign to go get uncomfortable. Go sit with God and see what he wants you to be. Go sit with God and see what your purpose is. Go spend your time and read your word. Do like I do. I get on the Bible app and I let it read to me. Like I said, I read along with it, but I let it read it to me. Especially with me, like with the kids. Sometimes I put my AirPod in and I let it read to me. So if that's you, go get uncomfortable. Thank y'all for joining me on Grieving Gracefully, where we talk about God, grief, and the green capsule. I will see y'all on next Wednesday. I come live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Either you'll see me live on Facebook or I will be live on TikTok. See y'all next Wednesday. Bye-bye.